The House Ethics Committee issuing judgment against two members of Congress involving sexual harassment-related complaints. One of them is a Republican, the other a Democrat. And I want to bring in MJ Lee, CNN's national political correspondent, to tell us more. Fill us in, MJ.
So two members of Congress have been reprimanded by the House Ethics Committee in two separate reports. The first report involves Congressman Mark Meadows. He's a Republican from North Carolina, for failing to take prompt and decisive action to deal with alleged sexual harassment in his office. Now, all of this has to do with his former chief of staff. His name is Kenny West, and the report says that his behavior was, quote, inappropriate in every sense of the word. Now, making matters worse, according to this report from the House Ethics Committee, is the fact that Congressman Meadows did not terminate West, this is the former chief of staff, but rather demoted him to the title of senior advisor and then continued to pay him, even though the report says there was little evidence that he was actually performing official duties. Now, Congressman Meadows is being required to pay back the $40,000 that he actually continued paying this former chief of staff to the Treasury Department. And I just want to read a key portion of this report regarding Congressman Meadows. Here it is. There is no place in any congressional office for looking up skirts or down skirts, staring at a woman's chest, unwanted touching, or making sexual comments, even if subtle or in jest. And then it goes on to say, just as between members and their staff, a power imbalance exists between senior staff and junior staff in congressional offices. This, I thought, was such a good reminder that sexual harassment on Capitol Hill does not just involve members. Sometimes it can be between staff. And obviously, Anna, this is politically significant because Congressman Meadows is not some junior member in the House. He obviously has a lot of clout. He is the chair of the House Freedom Caucus, and he is also a key ally to President Trump. Moving on to the second report that came out from the House Ethics Committee, this involves Democrat Ruben Kuhn. He's a congressman from Nevada. He actually has already announced that he's not seeking re-election, so he will not be coming back. But nevertheless, this is an important report involving his own actions. He was himself accused of sexual harassment, and the report says that Kuhn made persistent and unwanted advances towards women that he worked with. And again, in this report too, it says that there is an inherent power imbalance when members romantically pursue individuals who have to work with them. I just want to read a key portion of the statement that we just got from Congressman Kuhn as well. It says, after much reflection and introspection, I recognize that regardless of the fact that I never intended to make anyone feel uncomfortable or disrespected, what matters is how my actions were perceived by the women who came forward. I extend my sincere apologies to each of these women. Obviously, Anna, we know, and we have discussed this a lot on our air, there's a lot more work to be done when it comes to sexual harassment in Capitol Hill and how that is reported and treated. But obviously, these two reports are very significant in that they address the actions or the lack of actions taken by these two members of Congress.
And it goes to show that this issue sees no political sides. I mean,
exactly.
It's bipartisan in terms of the issue affecting all parties, all people. In all fairness, want to read a statement we just got from Congressman Meadows as you were walking us through the allegations, again, pertaining to a staff member of his. And he says, 3 years ago, I asked the Committee on Ethics to review the matter surrounding the alleged conduct of my former chief of staff, Mr. West, and I am thankful their review has now concluded. I appreciate the committee's acknowledgement of the immediate, appropriate, and good faith steps I did take after learning of my staff's concerns, including immediately separating the chief from the accuser so they never had to interact with him personally during the independent investigation. He goes on to say, making sure my team feels safe and secure in our office is the highest priority for me, and I'm truly sorry for any stress this situation caused them. I thank the Ethics Committee for their work in resolving this, and my office will remain committed to serving Western North Carolinians every day to the best of our ability.